on your phone, give your location, allow your location. If your phone area code is different than your location, use the search button and put in your zip code. Allow that thing to notify you of weather alerts. That's all you got to do. It will beep your phone and tell you exactly what's going on in your backyard.
Yeah, what's the status on the hurricane, Polk County?
Hey, we all dying, blood.
I think people need to spend more time being nicer to each other, professional and citizen.
Hello? Eater.
Wrong. Big Stud, your comms are not clear. You're breaking up quite a bit. Over.
If you're not on here for an emergency or anything, you can be tracked and be dealt with later.
Threats are not necessary on this channel. Just advise, please.
What is all this hostility, man? We're in a state of emergency. Everybody should be...
My house is flooding.
Hey people, this is getting out of hand. The moderators are going to start enforcing stricter rules. Please understand what this channel is designed for. It is for search and rescue and emergency related information. While we understand everyone has things to say, we're not a weather channel, we're not an update channel. We will not provide you details as to where the winds are currently, or if it's raining or if it's not raining. If you're in an area that is currently under any flooding, seek shelter away from the flooding. Move up a floor. Stand on top of a table. There have been requests of people talking about disconnecting their power. If you have no water in your house and the area around your fuse panel is dry and you are completely dry, you are more than welcome to, as a precautionary, disconnect the power. Please ensure that you have yourself a battery-operated radio or fully charged cell phone. If there's any water penetrating your home at this current time, do not, I repeat, do not attempt to disconnect any power, as you will be electrocuted.
Tornado confirmed east of Fort Myers.
This is not a Weather Channel app. This is a help and rescue app. If you have questions about help and rescue, you may use this channel. If not, do not ask us about the rain or the tornado or where the hurricane is.
Has anybody been rescued?
I have not had any calls come in for rescue dispatch.
You should change the name clarifying what this channel's for.
I do have a question. If we're in Tampa, Florida, and if we're in the house and we're barricaded in the house and it so happens to flood, what is the procedure and the precaution at that point in time?
You're inaudible. I cannot understand your question.
White towels, blanket sheets, anything of that sort onto your roof would be the first step to do as you notice water rising into your home, and if you're unable to evacuate the area, obviously due to the storm. Second thing, they were saying also you could do bright colors if you don't have a white sheet. Some rescue teams we dispatch also look for the polka dot or striped linen. So do not go into your attic, and if you are to have to get onto the roof, which is always pushed as do not, unless it's at that 911 emergency point. Then you could use, I would advise to tie off yourself and any members of your family to something on the roof via a pipe for water airflow into the home. There's so many stories when I was rescuing the previous week in Texas of people that went onto their roofs and fell asleep and rolled off or washed away. So if you are at the point that you've gone to your first, your second floor, then the roof is kind of last resort. It's very unsheltered. You can get into illnesses, debris hitting you, etc. So those are kind of the few things that I am aware of and that I dealt with while rescuing.
Can I please get more information on the rescue and search groups coming from Tennessee next weekend? I am wanting to get down there with my husband as soon as possible to help with anything.
Please be advised, Administrator GW, please post your information in the chat if you want to be connected with any teams. If you are not in an immediate rescue or emergency scenario, you do not need to be asking for any teams to contact you. We ask that you keep your transmissions to under 20 seconds. We're going to keep the channel open. If not, we're going to shut it down to only mods and admins receiving emergency notifications. Anybody else, please keep your transmissions under 30 seconds or 40 seconds if you're an admin or mod. If you are just posing a question, post it in the chat first. Go to floridadisaster.org to see if your question can be answered there first.
Tornado, southwest Bell, southwest of Clewiston. Southwest of Bell, southwest of Clewiston.
Can this Does anybody have any advice for those in North Florida preparing for the storm coming our way?
The time is now noon on the east coast of the United States of Florida. South Florida is bracing for impact from Hurricane Irma and has been experiencing hurricane-force winds since overnight. We want to make the channel available for emergency purposes only. Unfortunately, we cannot answer city-by-city, county-by-county requests. Please go to floridadisaster.org or text your zip code to 888-777.
As you just said, please refrain from using the channel for public conversation. Moderators and administrators will be locking down people that are not following the rules.
All right, one last time, please pay attention to your moderators. We're going to jump back to the rescue networks. If I get one more report or complaint, we're going to shut the channel down for cross-traffic communication. Moderators, go ahead, take command and control. Let's keep this channel open and clear for emergency and rescue purposes.
Larissa, out.
AGW, when you got a second, direct connect.
10-4, Josh out.
Sam 4.
Copy.
10-4.
Justin.
10-4, traveling Raven.
This is East Texas right here. This channel needs to stay open. I helped a lot of people that needed help.
Do you know when the hurricane hits?
Has the hurricane hit yet?
Can we leave this channel open for emergency rescues only, please?
I just posted a picture of the page for the non-emergencies. So if you want to check it out, go there.
Good deal. Stop complaining, everyone.
Yeah, Roger.
That kind of sounded like a complaint to me.
Does anyone know know when Governor Scott's next address will be?
Guys, did the hurricane hit Miami yet?
Please be advised it is now noon on the East Coast of the United States of America. Larissa is going to take the lead as the lead administrator here on the channel. We want you to pay attention. All moderators will also be on booting and banning you if you are taking advantage of this resource. We ask that you please not spam the button. Keep the channels open for emergency purposes. If you have questions, go to floridadisaster.org or text your zip code to 888777. If you have already done that and you have a real emergency and you need to break through on the channel, you can, if you can't break through, shoot a screenshot, post it to the history in the chat. I'm now turning the channel over to Larissa for full command and control.
Does anybody know when the hurricane's...
I have my parents in Homestead, Florida. I'm trying to find some updates on how the area is.
Does anybody know, like, what time the hurricane's... And 4GW.
I would suggest changing the name of the channel. I'm trying to find some updates on Homestead, Florida. I have my parents there. I'm a little worried.
Joe, Larissa, moderator here. Have you been in contact with them via text or phone? Over.
Any word on Brooksville, Florida, or Inverness, Florida? I'm